Hi, everybody. My name is Jeff Cohn from SI Restoration, Emergency Water Damage Cleanup, Mold Remediation, Asbestos Abatement, Fire Damage, and Mold Remediation. Sorry about that. We, or excuse me, I do videos every couple days on questions, concerns that I get from clients, and then try to pose different answers with quality answers, not short. You just have, not the answer of just believe us, just trust us. That doesn't pants. You need to have quality answers that can be backed up. So one of the big issues that the questions or issues, excuse me, has been the question of communication. Now, this question, or excuse me, this issue has been drawn up from 30 years ago to today, and with every vendor, any kind of supplier. Communication seems to be a big issue. So when I started years and years ago, when I started questioning, well, can you give me sort of ideas? Well, when they first stumbled, and they were like, well, you communicate. Well, that's sorry, but that's probably not a great answer. Okay. What we need to do is analyze where the problems are coming from communication wise and then solve them. Okay. And remember, we're dealing with human beings. And so with human beings, even the best systems will fail on any type of level. So the idea is to try to find out where the failure is and try to improve from there through training. But if you can help it with technology today, it makes it a lot easier. So one of the things that SI Restoration has done in the last couple of years, which has really helped us, is a software app called Encircle. I'll spell it for you. Encircle. Encircle. Okay, not Encircle, Encircle. That's how you pronounce it. Encircle is an app. Bear with me because you're going to like this. So what happens is that the best way to do this is to give you an example. So you had called us out to do an emergency water damage at a hotel or a retail store or a corporate office. Saturday night, 2 in the morning. You're having a good time. You're having dinner, or 2 in the morning. Hopefully, you shouldn't have dinner, but you're enjoying yourself at 2 in the morning, and boop, or you're just about to go to sleep, and boop, there goes the phone call, and they go, "Oh my God, there's water coming out all over the place." So get the water shut off, and you call in SI Restoration, and you should be first of all you should get a phone call. Excuse me. When you do, you should literally have someone answering the phone, even through a system. You should have someone answering a phone call immediately. Once that happens, you should get crews out there within 2 hours. Okay, don't accept anything more than that, unless they're overloaded or there's like a hurricane or a storm. So basically, the technicians come out. Now here's where the magic happens. What happens is that Encircle, what they do is our technicians at our company are trained, and it's mandatory that the first thing they do is take photographs of the situation, but they do it in the Encircle app on their phone. So what happens is they're going click, click, click with their phone through the app automatically without them even doing anything. It automatically goes to the office, the manager on call, and myself. And so, or anybody that wants to look up in our company. Matter of fact, what's cool is that you guys can actually get a link. You have to request it because, again, we deal with human beings in our company and people forget. So if they forget to offer that link to you, just say, hey, I need that link for our case specifically. And basically what happens is you open up the link, and as the technician, you could be in the project could be in New Jersey, and you could be in Kansas, and you just, as soon as the technician hits the camera, it goes click, poof, there goes your picture right there, right on your laptop or phone. Okay, pretty cool. And they even do video. And so basically you're getting all these documentation pictures and getting a sort of an idea of what the heck's going on. Matter of fact, every time a picture goes on, the technician does not have to worry about saving the picture or sending it or remembering. It's so easy because it's automatically done. It's live. As soon as they click, it goes right to us. So what happens is the next thing is you have to be concerned, when I mean you as the general public and management, has to be concerned about documentation. Because in our industry, and I'll go over real quickly with you, you can get sued. So what happens is with documentation, you need a couple things. First of all, you need pictures. which is great because you can also call up and go, if you're in Kansas, you can say, hold it, I'm looking at these pictures and we need to do X, Y, and Z also. Or can you do this? Because you don't want to wake up in the morning and the next day and then have, management or people yelling at you going, why wasn't this done and why wasn't this done? So now you're not caught behind the eight ball. So that's important. So then the next thing is documentation, real documentation, which means it's recording what I call the GPP. It's the grains per pound of moisture, which follows the IICRC S500 guidelines. Well, the GPP is basically grains of moisture per pound. And what happens is that by documenting the areas that are unaffected by the areas that are affected, daily, you get a daily update in a graph, not a graph, excuse me, in a chart that basically says, here's how we are now, and this is how we are each day that goes by of the drying to dry out to make sure it's completely dry. Once we have established the point where we have taken the GPP percentage or number, down to the level of a dry, unaffected area, then we have completed our task, and the restoration company as well as management can say, hey, if something goes wrong in the future, they can't blame it on the work that was done or who it was done or the decisions made because the place was dry. But the good thing about it is that instead of you saying, hey, to the restoration companies you're being sued months later because there's mold, guess what? You have that information because you're basically getting it automatically. So you have it there in your fingertips. As soon as they fill out the form, they hit it in the Encircle app. So that is one way of communication. Unfortunately, I would love to spend hours videoing, but no one's going to watch me. So what I'll probably do is do another video on another aspect of communication. But that right now is probably our key aspect of communication for to solve the question and the concern of communication. And so there you go. So if you have any questions, please feel to respond. Tell me anything from I have more questions about what you just said to, you're a terrible personal video and you should have somebody else, to anything. My name is Jeff Cohn with SI Restoration, and my cell is 410-458-5371, and you can call or email me if you have any questions, and we do cover. If you would like SI Restoration to help you in your emergency, we actually have 3 offices. We cover the state of New Jersey, Philadelphia, Harrisburg, Maryland, including Baltimore, and Washington, D.C., and Northern Virginia and Delaware. Thank you.